Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're at. I want to make another video about, about marketing and stuff. I want to talk about this time broke-minded people and negative people. There's a lot of people that join internet marketing companies. This is kind of almost what I tied into yesterday a little bit about your friends and family. Okay? The thing about the friends and family thing and why you don't promote to them, they're usually your biggest negative discouragement. Well, here's my thing about this. Stop listening to broke-minded people. A lot of times that's your friends and family. They are where they're at because they choose to be. They don't want to do anything to better their lives. Some people like where they're at. That's their choice. Much power to you if you do, if you're happy where you're at. Some people, I'm not trying to knock anybody that doesn't want a job, or stay at their job for the rest of their life. This video is more for you. I don't sit there and tell people you're going to quit your job in 30, 60, 90, 120 days. To me, that's not really realistic. It rarely happens. Like, very rarely. Like, you see on the bottom, I don't know if you've ever watched late night infomercials, and you'll see stuff about, make 6 figures in 30 days, 90 days, right? If you really look, and it's hard to see it, very small print, it says not all results are typical. That's why a lot of these companies get away with stuff like that. And you're like, oh, it's a scam, it's a scam. Yet, it's not a scam because they put that in there. You may be like, oh, it doesn't work. Well, my thing is, people try it once and then they quit. Sometimes you gotta keep trying something a lot. I've been at it about a year or two now, and I admit it's tough. Sales is not an easy field. 10, 15 years ago, if this would have been presented to me, I would have said, I have no interest. But here's my thing. I love this product. I absolutely feel this is something that people out here need. Roadside assistance. And not limited either. Like, I'm not going to say the competition's name, but you only get 3 or 4 calls a year. And that doesn't, to me, that doesn't do good if you have a lot of car trouble. But, stop listening to broke-minded people. A lot of times, I used to hear, the best thing to do is never tell your friends or family your plans. I have found that has been a mistake I have done. It's hard. When you feel joyful about something, you want to tell people. You really do. The problem is, and this is not to all my friends, because not all my friends do this, but I've had friends in the past that have done this. You share something, and they try to suck the joy right out of you. This is why I do not recommend right away sharing your business with your friends. It's hard when you're excited. You're pumped. You're like, man, I can't wait to go sell this. Like, I'll be honest, when I leave, if I leave work, man, I admit I'm kind of tired, but I'm like, I'm going to find a way the best I can, even if I spend an hour, 30 minutes, put an ad on Craigslist, Facebook, whatever. Return some calls. Something like that, I believe it's good to find something you're joyful and passionate about. Now, I'm involved with a company called Motor Club of America. Now, not everyone is going to be passionate about selling that. I'm more looking for people that are. Like, hey, I like roadside assistance. I have a car, even if you don't have a car. There's other benefits that are great. You know, I mean, how many of you go to the dentist a lot? You can save up to 50%. I mean, rental cars. You rent a car, up to 50%. Hotels and motels. I mean, how many people love to travel? I mean, I like to go... I live in Orlando, Florida, and I'll be honest with you, I love to go a couple times a year to a hotel. Why? It's relaxing. It's fun. You know, I feel... When I go sit in a hotel, I feel a lot more business. I mean, I feel kind of businessy right now, but I feel a lot more businessy. It's like, I don't know, it's just that atmosphere, it's that feeling. It's just, it's wonderful. And, but, I know I seem to get off topic a lot, I do, but stop, again, I cannot say this enough, stop listening to broke-minded people. That's a mistake I've made for years. Now, I'm friends with some people who think broke-minded. But I quit spending a lot of time with some of these people because it's kind of like, you're bringing me down. You are. I mean, you're depressing me. You're like, oh, it don't work. It don't work. How? How can you judge something? You ain't tried it. You ain't tried it, you know, you haven't, and then like, oh, I tried it once, I tried it for 30 days, oh, I got nowhere with it, it takes a lot longer than 30 days, and the thing about this, if you do struggle with sales, you're not out more than $20 a month. What is $20 a month? That is probably, depends on what night of the week you eat pizza. A lot of people do it on Friday night, Saturday night, or whatever. That's a one-time thing. One time. Okay, if you go to the movies by yourself, you spend, what, $8 to $10? Depends on where you're at. And then you might get soda and popcorn. One-time thing in movies. You know? So, $20 a month is too much to risk if you do struggle with sales. There's companies that cost a lot more than that. There's companies that want you to pay $100 to $200 to $300 a month after you spent hundreds of dollars of signing up. And the worst thing is you get people in those companies, some of them, they just want to sign up from you. And then they don't want to help you. Like, oh, I got to sign up, so I don't want to help him. Well, if I was in a company like that, you're going to be helping me a lot. Because I'm going to pound you with a million questions. I'm going to make you so exhausted. I would make you so, if I was in a company like that, I'd make you so exhausted, you'd be begging for me to quit. Company I am is called Motor Club of America. You're only out $20 a month if you struggle with sales. I'll admit sales is not the easiest thing to get involved in. They do send you training. You know, there's ways to promote online, offline. I will not give those out because I want you to join me and I'll send you training on that. There's many ways. I mean, a lot of you sit on social media all day. That is one of the ways, I will say that. But you sit on social, I mean, there's people that sit on Facebook all day long. And they're talking about the latest movie. The latest, you know, the latest celebrity gossip. You know? But, I mean, it's a wonderful product. I mean, Motor Club of America. 365 days a year of roadside assistance. I know some of you are like, I don't need 365 days a year. No, you don't. But yeah, I'll bet you if you have a fire extinguisher in your house, you're like, it's good to have it if you need it. You know, if you're the kind of person your car breaks down a lot, you definitely need this. I'll be honest with you, I'm trying to think what year it was. 20 something, like '05 I think it was. 2007. I had a truck. And that thing, I mean, it kept breaking down. Like probably every other month, I was having a problem. I really back then could have used this. I really could have used this. But, you know, it's an amazing product. Like, this business is not for everyone. If roadside assistance does not interest you, you do not want to get involved in. But, if you want to become successful, you do have to stop listening to people who are broke-minded. And have this attitude that a job is the only way to make money in this country. That is such hogwash. Yes, it is a way, but it is not the only way. We're not back in the 1940s and 50s and 60s. The internet has made millionaires, many, many, many millionaires, who have been able to quit their job and be able to go do the things that they enjoy. I think that's what a lot of us want. That's what I want, and I will achieve it. I will achieve it, come hell or high water. And I rarely use the word hell, but I will here. Come hell or high water. I will. I will achieve in this. I mean, think about this, okay? When you go into a job, how long does it take you to learn it? Sometimes maybe a month. Sometimes companies don't give you 60, 90 days to learn it. If you don't learn it by then, you're fired. Maybe even 30 days, right? You can take your time with this. And if you struggle, you're out $20. Or $19.95 to be exact. But $20 a month. There's people that spend double that on coffee in a week. $5, $6, $7 a day on coffee. That's 2 months of what this is. 2 months. If you don't want to get involved in like a $19.95, do the $9.95 plan. They got a $9.95, a $14.95, and a $19.95 plan. Spend $10. You won't make as much though. I mean, you're not going to make $80 a pop if you join a $9.95. You'll make, I believe it's $40. And if you join $14.95, you'll make $60. And if you join $19.95, you'll make $80. Up to $80. To $90. So, the more sales you get, the more it'll go up. But, broke-minded people. You know, that's why so many people are broke. What do? And I was guilty of this for years. And they chase a job, right? I need more money. Well, what do? They go get a second job. Then they're spending, okay, if you say you spend 40 hours at one job, and you go work another full-time, you spend another 40. That's 80 hours a week. Alright, there is, let me figure the math, 168 hours in a week. Do you realize you spent almost 50% of your week at work making someone else rich? And I used to hear it all the time at work, I want to be rich. I want to get rich. But yet, when you have an opportunity thrown at you, now I'm not saying chase every single opportunity, because not all businesses are for you. You find a business that's for you, that you really enjoy the product. You have to be passionate about the product. You know, you have to be very passionate about the product. I am very passionate about this. I love this. I love what this offers. I mean, over $100,000 plus in benefits for $20. That's really, really good. I mean, you have car troubles. You got this. Now, it doesn't cover every single situation. And I don't know every situation. That's why it's good to ask me. And if I don't know, I will call customer service for you. And I'll be honest, I hate for myself, I hate calling customer service. But I don't mind doing it for people. Because I don't mind them getting the help they need. And, but this only covers you. It doesn't cover you and your spouse. Anyone could sit there and claim that someone is someone else's spouse. How do I know this? I called customer service because that was a question someone threw at me. And I didn't know that. I'll be honest, I didn't know the answer. I don't know everything. It's hard to know everything. I don't know everything at my job. That's why you ask somebody if you don't know. And it's okay to not know everything. It humbles you, actually. If you know everything, you know, it makes you arrogant and stuff. It'll make you become arrogant. But broke-minded people are broke because they pass over opportunities repeatedly. The word poor. Pass over opportunities repeatedly. I'm going to say it again. P-O-O-R. The acronym stands for Passing Over Opportunities Repeatedly. People don't take chances. It's weird. We live in a selfish society, but yet people won't invest in themselves to better themselves. And then they blame other people when it's really your fault. You don't take the initiative. You don't take a chance. I used to hear growing up, you need to take more risk. You need to take more chances. Now I am. What happens? People are complaining about it. It's messed up, isn't it? I'm laughing now. But I admit, when I first joined any home-based business, I heard all the negativity like you wouldn't believe. From family, from certain friends. I had to start cutting off people eventually, and it was hard. It was hard because I live in a small town. I'll be honest with you, I moved away from certain people. I didn't even want to be in the same state as some of these people because they were so discouraging. I don't care to be around discouraging people. Now, I'm not talking about you feel depressed. That's happened. I felt depressed before. It's happened. But I'm talking about constantly. Like, oh, this will never work. Oh, it's a scam. How can you know it's a scam? You've never tried it. I laugh at people like that. I'm sorry. I mean, there's people sitting out here making fun of people. And I'm kind of laughing now, thinking, wow, you make fun of someone for doing something different. I believe in taking a different path. It takes sometimes, you want something bad enough, it takes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. I mean, you know what? When you get to about, I believe I'll make more money doing this 5, 6, 7, 8 years than if you put all that money together in a job. I do. And I also, you know, there's numbers of ways to make money besides network marketing. But I might share that in another video, even though this channel is more about yourcovereddaily.com, which is, it will send you to I will talk about Motor Club of America. And I mean, you get 36,500 miles of towing per year. Up to that, you know, it covers 100 miles per situation. I mean, that's crazy. That's unreal. Like wow. I know I've kind of gone on. I should have stopped at 3 or 4 minutes. People don't have long attention spans. Stop listening to broke-minded people. Quit listening to them. I tell you right now, broke-minded people make my head spin. It's like giving you tons of shots of alcohol and then you start passing out. That's what broke-minded people. Being around a ton of them. You ever been in a room full of them? I have. It makes my head spin. It would be like giving me 10, 12 shots of whiskey. But if you want to change your broke-minded attitude, it's hard to fully cut back how much you hang out with a broke-minded person. I'll tell you right now, I feel better by doing it. A lot of times, I hang with myself. Or I find other marketers who can build me up. You know, everybody needs building up sometimes. You know, sometimes the hardest person to build up is yourself. And we need people to build us up. And for me, I'm sorry, but people who have this broke-minded attitude do not help. They hurt. They act like they got my best interest, but deep down, I don't think they do. They got their best interest. Whatever they want. Well, I spent years trying to do what everyone else wanted. The only people I want to help get what they want are people who want to join my team. That's the people I want to help get what they want. And if you want to join my team, and you want to get off this broke-minded attitude, visit www.yourcovereddaily.com. That's www.yourcovereddaily.com. Get off of this broke-minded attitude. It does not help. A lot of, like I said a minute ago, a lot of the people who claim to have your best interest don't. There's people, I used to go to meetings for I won't say the name of the company, there was this one company, and this person told me that when they stopped listening to certain friends and family, they became successful. I'm very confident that the minute you become super successful, your friends and family will want in. They don't want in before that. They don't want to take the risk. They're scared you're going to fail. Michael Jordan failed before he succeeded. He failed numbers of times. Because that, he became successful. So, if you're broke-minded, do not put that attitude on me. Do not. I will not listen to it. Oh, I'll listen to it, and then I'll be like, la 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 la, you're like a kid. So, join my team. Let me help you. Get off this broke-minded attitude. Thank you.